Alright guys, here we're to talk about Twilight Zone Season 3, Episode 36. Alright, so this episode did feel like an episode we've already had, but worse, right?
Yes, I was just going to say that, or at some point I was going to say that. So the highlight of the episode is that Piglet's in it briefly.
Yes.
I think it's Piglet.
Is that Carol Burnett?
Is it?
I got a vibe. I didn't look it up.
I was gonna be like, this broad seems cool. That's my takeaway.
And that was indeed Piglet. What's
I
humorous
like
about it was,
people.
so the first guy you see on the shot, I wasn't looking properly. I went, is that Piglet? And then I looked at him, I was like, it's not him. And then the next scene, I was like, well, that is though.
Well, that's Piglet. Yes.
He was in it for like literally seconds.
Literally, he was like passing through the lot, and they were like, "Quick, put on this robe, say this line." What? And just fucking had to do it. Yeah. Okay.
Now, are wings in this universe just like a ceremonial thing?
Fucking
like
pin-on
like
things on the side of your things.
Like a pilot would wear like wings on a pin on his shirt. Do they have like little
come up to the cockpit,
hey,
get
these on your shoulder. Got your wings. Got your shoulder pads. Got your whatever.
It seems that way because they were just little stupid pin-on like butterfly wing stupid things.
Yeah.
I hate this
as they wear
so
potato sacks or whatever.
Yes, they just wear like it's like a monk robe thing or something. I don't know.
But they have like a detective office door.
Which is funny. There's certain,
I like it.
Certain things I was like, okay, that's funny. And at one point, if we're talking about funny things, when the fucking bus driver,
I almost clipped it to say this is my favorite moment in any Twilight Zone episode.
I feel bad with myself for liking it, though, honestly. But
it's so out of the blue and out of the character of the show.
Yes, it was like Mel Blanc came in and like a Looney Tunes thing. That's like a perfect stupid Looney Tune. And jumps out the window like a maniac.
Jumps through the window.
Breaks through the window.
Not just out. He has an option like go right where the door is or go left through the window, and he dives through the window. The only thing that could have made it better for me is if in the next scene he's like cut up and bleeding.
Mistake. Yeah, no, and fucking like it plays music like some like stupid.
But what
he's
like, tell him I resign, and he like jumps out the window.
When the supervisor comes to claim the bus, inform him I've resigned. Yeah, crazy. And like, to its credit, right, the idiot angel turned him into like a horse and buggy driver, and then into like a limo driver, and then back into a bus driver, and he's like, what is happening?
But through the power of miracle, doesn't like affect the man's mind at all. Just like lets him be a party to this. So anyone who was like just looking out their window would have seen this happen and been like,
It totally flies in the face of everything else the episode tries to tell us about how he can bend reality and then bend it back.
Yes,
because it makes no sense.
And like the neighbors don't recognize her when she's rich, but she's still apparently the same person. So
right,
what?
Like, I don't want to nitpick too hard because I know it wasn't going for that or whatever. But yes, you include this whole thing just to do a super out of place joke, just to have it not make any sense with anything else. It's infuriating.
Yeah, but it worked visually. Like it
was funny.
Okay,
yes,
you did this thing. That was cool.
I wish it had gone more in that direction.
I don't understand though. Like obviously he's playing the bad angel character. He's like the more like the cha-cha-cha-cha angel.
The hapless fuck. Yeah.
But I don't get like. Does he think this is the way to do it? You just make them rich. You just do this. You wine them, you dine them, you give them some necklaces, and bam, they're happy, and you get to go to heaven.
That's what a guardian.
It's never worked for him before.
That's what a guardian angel does, man.
In a previous episode, we had the, like, I'm the guardian angel for your family, or whatever, like, going through the ages. Each one, I've been the whatever, and that's why they've all were successful. And this is, like, the worst version of that episode.
It's where, like, this idea, too, has been played with a lot. I can't remember when, but yes, this is the worst possible.
Yeah, happier the way you were.
Yes, this is the worst possible version of everything, right? Because she doesn't even say, like, okay, if this episode was like, I lost my job again, maybe my life, whatever, if only this, if only that.
No, there's no opening.
There's nothing like that.
She seemed happy in the first place and happy in the second place.
He drags her kicking and screaming into this high society life, and there's a whole montage of her not liking it, as if it's her like getting her comeuppance for thinking that she would like it. But she actively says, a mansion, mister, how am I going to pay for that? Like, there's a whole thing. It makes absolutely no sense.
I think she would have been just as happy if you would have just given her the money and let her live right there, because then she would have been given more cookies to kids and more candy and playing this and
talking about
milkman and whatever.
Shit. No, it's great. Yeah, like when she.
Why did her recipe for potato pancakes change?
Because she wanted her to make more because she was going to come down and hang out with the people.
I will kick her in the face.
I liked that part. And even doesn't. Like, what? Slaps her in the face.
But the statement was, it was only about the eggs. You can't only increase the eggs and get more. Then you're just having eggs.
Yep. It's delicious.
Well, I do like eggs from my head down to my legs.
Do you like omelets that are just potato? Because that's what we're making.
I'm not opposed.
No, yeah, I had super problems because, like, watching something like this, I can feel what this usually is and what they want me to think it is. But this was so not it. It was so bad.
No. It even had notes of the one where the guy wishes all people were gone.
Yeah.
And he's like, I liked it better the way it was. I need people. Like,
Wait a minute.
that whole classic tale of just, you're happy the way you are, whether you know it or not.
And they set it up as if it's supposed to be her learning that lesson. But she knew that.
No, not a single person learned a lesson because he did his job wrong and he's got to keep it.
Yes.
And she didn't have any reason to have any of this shit happen to her, and she's happy still.
He ends up being, like, rewarded for it and still sneaking cigars. Like, there's not even an angle where, like he sort of learns it, but he's not even learning that, like, oh, so what's his takeaway? Leave him alone. Like, is this the last time any guardian angels ever intervened on Earth? Because his boss says there's a lot more people that could use help, and it's like, is this his standard way of helping them?
No, but he also says you're the only one that didn't get your wings, meaning like every single other angel, like he's the literal worst
angel.
Is he even an angel without wings? He's just a dead guy who sucks.
He's just a dead magic man.
And with a lot of other people that need help, wouldn't they be getting helped by angels with wings?
Like
or
good angels?
Once you get wings, do you no longer help people? Once you're optimized for helping, do you not help any longer?
So he mentioned reclassification or something like that, and I was like, oh, he's going to become human, because he's obviously, so that'll be his journey, where he learned what's important about being a human, and he never really clicked with making the angel stuff work, right? And he likes gin and cigars and bullshit, so he's supposed to be on Earth with the humans, and his boss will be like, whatever. And then like, you could use the same footage of him with the cigar, like, ha 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 ha, like, oh no, please don't send me to Earth, that'll be ridiculous, and then have him walk away and be like, this is what I wanted all along. It'll be this awesome little thing.
Season 4, episode 12 does call back to this, man.
Great,
I'm
perfect.
That's not at all true.
You can watch them like salt and pepper shakers, little bookends. First, second. It's a two-parter.
I would like if there were more continued episodes in the Twilight Zone nature.
Or like revisit something, right?
Yeah.
Go back into it.
Well, and they did that in the later, the Forrest Whitaker, Twilight Zone did do a callback. But I don't think there's been many, if more than one.
Yeah, no, that would make me go crazy if I was watching eagerly, like, week to week.
Yeah.
And you saw a thing where you're like, wait, why is this happening?
Especially if it starts in a way where you just notice, you're like, oh, that's that character. Because we've seen characters get reused.
Yeah,
or I should say actors get reused, not characters. And if you saw this, you're like, oh, that was the guy from blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, he stole that guy. He's going to flip a coin again. Oh, my God, it landed on 10.
And it's like, oh my God, like, he was wearing the shoes. It's just that guy trying to get revenge again, right? There'll be a whole plot, and then all of a sudden this twist. It's hard to trust your audience enough to, like, make those connections, but, like, yeah,
I think there was enough dedicated fans, and there was the Twilight Zone magazine. They could have been like, did you pick up on this?
They should be putting it. This is like late season 3 now. They should be putting Easter eggs in, and if they are, I'm missing them because I haven't seen a single one.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a schlub of an episode.
This is a schlub. At the end, even Rod Serling knows it. He basically, I usually try to like jot down
and this was a schlub.
I try to jot down his final thoughts sometimes, because sometimes that can help me. Where after the whole episode, I'm like, what was the point of this? And then they go, each person must look within themselves to find something they can only find in the Twilight Zone or something. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess it was about him like examining this or something.
But sometimes it directly contradicts what happened in the episode.
I literally went to write it down this time, and I wrote down a warning to anyone who blah blah blah. Lots of luck. Okay, I'm like, lots of fuck. Why would I write that down? Lots of luck. He's basically saying this is a warning to anyone who finds themselves in the care of like this particular angel, and if you do, you might just be in the Twilight Zone. In which case, lots of luck, pal, or whatever. As if like he screwed up her thing. He gave her a taste of something that reaffirmed her like happiness in life.
Yeah.
Like how is that like, hey, good luck, pal?
I don't think that this scenario, like if I was in this lady's shoes and an angel came down and just happened to drop, what do you think the modern day equivalent of 23 grand would be? Like 23 million?
Yeah, like a lot of money.
Yeah, so let's just say I got dropped into a fancy house with millions of dollars, but I don't have my friends. I think I could get back any of the friends
I could claw my way back into a happy situation. Sure.
Or like, what do you think it would take? So like, I now became a rich guy, and you don't know me
but
at all.
I didn't remember you.
You don't know
I'd just
me
be
at
like,
all.
who's this crazy rich guy? What's going on?
How hard do you think it would be for me to convince you that we were friends? And
very hard.
Do you think?
Because that's not real.
I don't think it would be very hard. I think I could, because there's no like sworn to secrecy. You can't tell anybody how you got your blood. Like, she doesn't give him any ultimatums whatsoever.
I wonder because
Assuming she would never dive back into her old life.
so like people don't like remember you, but does that mean that they've lived their whole life without you, and therefore because you're probably going to say, well, I know things about you that like
Those
whatever.
things might change.
Those
but
things could be different.
I would lean
Yeah.
into the core concepts of things that you like that I don't think would change.
Maybe, I don't know.
At least I'd be willing to try for,
I've known you
for
for
a
a
couple
long
$1 million dollars.
Well, yeah, no, and for her thing, and this is like an old trope too. At the apartment house or at the whatever house, everyone used to hang out. Apparently,
Yeah.
Like even if someone's renting a room from someone, they'd like come down to dinner and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I feel like in like the modern world, everyone's just like fuck off, close the door. Everyone's
Well,
different
yeah,
about
because
stuff.
everyone's like a rapist or something.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? But so they had that connection, but she had been living there for X amount of years. It wasn't like
Yeah.
they were all like from childhood or something.
No.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
good times.
All right, guys, that's our thoughts on this episode. You know, not a good one in
Nope.
our opinion.
Throw it on the pile.
I would definitely throw this toward the back end.
Yep.
Like blindly, just, oh, where did it land? Oh, in the very back. All right.
No, and like it has.
It might not be the actual worst, but it's
It has those moments.
Barely a Twilight Zone.
It should be talked about as like, hey, remember that time they had a bus driver jump out of a
Oh, actually,
window?
yeah, I take it back.
All right,
This is
so-
the best of the worst because of that scene alone.
Yeah, well, so like amongst the worst, there are some that I'm like, forget about them completely, right? This is one that's like a curiosity. This is like a weird freak show thing where it's like he like writes his name on like a glass plate with his finger, basically, some
Yeah.
weird effect of it floating there. Like it's weird. It's like a weird episode. But at the end of the day, I hate it. Disappointing.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's our thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.